The Milky Way galaxy, also known as the Pleiades. We are the 12th dimensional plasma lightning collective from the Pleiades. Dear souls, like codes, waves of crystal and glitter, are rushing your Earth right now. This is part of a higher plan for humanity's ascension. In fact, one of the cosmic cruises that we invite you to recognize this. Nothing happens by accident. Dear souls, there are no coincidences. These intensified sparks of divine crystal and light are reaching those of you who are ready to receive them. Those of you who are ready to awaken, are ready to embrace your ancient knowledge, ready to embrace who you truly are, as in this time, you run in an unprecedented situation, dear souls. You are living in a plane where you are separated from each other. There has been a split, but you're still living and existing together. There are two planets now, but yet all in one. You might say, two distinct frequency differences. One of those frequencies remains playing the same old reruns time and time again. The same old, same old. The other is emerging with newer music, newer sounds, a fresher beat, an awakened vibe. Your souls, your bodies are cosmic radio stations. You are pure energy. You get back what you put out into the universe, dear ones. Think of it this way. You come to Earth with your soul collective around you and your soul collective in space nearby. But you are also a radio station that can be tuned into by endless number of beings with different agendas throughout the cosmos. You are that powerful. And as you anchor in more of this light, this crystal and rainbow diamond light that is hitting you, your signal will get even more and more powerful. Your souls, think about this. What demographics do you want to serve with your radio station? What agenda do you want to? From the gate. What sort of music do you want to play? And what sort of base do you want to attract your souls? What kind of ratings do you want to get and at what expense? Dear souls, if you put out positive love-loving thoughts, a loving message, think webbing thoughts, be mindful, don't overthink it. Dear souls, at the same time, be mindful. Be mindful of those that you encounter and those that you deal with and those things that you say and put out there into the universe. You are a radio station that ascended beings from all over with all kinds of various perspectives can tune into, and you want the right kind of listenership. Dear souls, whatever that is, that resonates with you, just be mindful of it, that you are your own radio station. You put out that frequency, your soul collective, your soul fragments. Think of them as affiliate stations that play the same format. There may be under the same type of collective, the same type of co-op. You might even say, different planets, different ends of the cosmos, different ends of the galaxy, and you bounce off of each other, like satellites. You are that powerful, dear souls. When you're in the higher realms, there are techniques, and there are devices that were made through consciousness, to be able to tune into other frequencies, other souls out there, similar souls of similar DNA, you might say. You can find these throughout the universe and tune into their station, tune into their frequency. Sometimes, dear souls, when you channel, sometimes you are channeling your soul collective, your soul fragments, parts of your collective S, and then sometimes you're receiving messages from beings that are not part of your soul collective, but that's okay, because frequency is universal, it's cosmic, you might say. It's just like it was mentioned with your light. Your lights or frequency, your colors, your frequency, you will learn at some point to not so much. Think about the color blue or the color green or the color yellow for their visual appearance. But you will think of them by their sound, by the feel that they put out there, by the feel and the sound, the vibration of that color that is the frequency of that color. And you will pick up on its frequency. Every color has a universal frequency, and it's the same throughout the cosmos to your souls. Just like your radio station, it's endless, your signals that you put out. They exist in the cosmos forever. They're out there. They're just floating around. It's sort of like watching an old movie time and time again. It never goes away. It's just always there. And if this were your radio station in your 3D reality, your souls, you would want to attract as many of the right listeners as you possibly could. You would want to tune into the right radio stations that vibrate with your frequency. similar to the frequency band that you operate out of. Dear souls, we at the Collective Consciousness Center, the Milky Way Galaxy, the 12th Dimensional Plasma Lightning Collective from Pleiades, we just like to remind you to take care of your radio station. Make sure it's up to date. Make sure that you're sending out best frequency and the best vibrational frequencies that you can throughout the cosmos to your souls. There is no good or bad listenership per se, dear ones. However, you get what you put out there, or the lack of what you put out there, dear ones. So, make sure that you put out from your radio station what you would want to tune in yourself. Think about what kind of frequency, what kind of genre of music you'd like to tune into. And that would make you feel comfortable, make you feel at peace. That's what you want to put out there, dear ones. It's a law of attraction. It's simple. It's as simple as that. But you are tuned into. You are unique in that way. That is how you are unique. You are all one. It's true, we are all one. But we are all unique divine beings on an experience with our own frequency band. At least share them, dear souls, with our collective, our fragments, and other souls of like mind throughout the cosmos. But your exact megahertz that you operate out of? It's sacred, dear ones. Your collective. Operate together out of a area of the bandwidth, so to speak, that is similar, that is close together, with just a little bit of a tune of the dial off, you might say. And we would encourage you to embrace your radio station. Make sure your radio station is informative. Make sure you're putting out there the best quote-unquote news that you possibly can, dear ones, and operate from a place of truth and love. When you're attracting listeners to your radio station, that is what you want to get in return. That is what you want to put out. That is the genre of music, so to speak, or genre of entertainment you want to put out with your platform, with your radio station, with your cosmic radio station, dear souls. It's a powerful thing, and awareness has powered your souls. Awareness piques your perception, which enhances your consciousness, dear ones. Dear souls, we are the 12th dimensional Plasma Lightning Collector from the Pleiades, reporting to you from the Collective Consciousness Center of the Milky Way Galaxy, also known as the Pleiades. And with that, we'll talk to you in a minute.